That is a really cool looking car. I know I say that on a lot of these cars, but I really, really like this one. Moving the engine forward, good for me. Not having it so far back, I can actually get in the car. It looks so much better. Don't look good for the hood anyway. Come on, baby, get lucky. Holy shit. I got like 2 inches.
That's quite big. Impressive.
I have so much room! Oh man, I'm so happy right now. What's up, it's Casey from Caseyscustoms. I am building the baddest Honda CRX on the planet. Rear-wheel drive, airbags, 500 horsepower V8 motor. And in this video, I cut the living heck out of the frame. I get the motor a foot more forward than it was. I also do a ton of sheet metal work, and we get our airbag components all mounted in the rear. Let's get to work! We are back on the baddest Honda CRX on the planet, 383 stroker, rear wheel drive, just a ton of fun. Naturally, since it's me, I had to bag it, so it's laying on the ground. So we made a tiny car, basically even tinier, which is a giant pain in the ass. Got a bunch of parts in, got these brand new seats in. They look great. They're a little bit bigger than I wanted though. I am not very excited after I took some measurements. So what we need to do today is get in here and see if there is any way I can get this motor forward. I'm 99% sure I can't. I've done a ton of stuff to it to try and get the motor forward, and without having a giant hood scoop, which I do not want, I don't know that I can. But I'm gonna go ahead, pop this front end off. I might be able to just take the hood off, kind of reassess the situation, because I got in there today with one of those seats and it was not pretty. And I already got my roll cage and stuff basically push back as far as I can go. Yeah, we're gonna have to try and get this motor forward if we can. If not, we might just run like a standard race seat, which is really uncomfortable and it's just a piece of metal essentially. I don't know. Let's dig in. Like I said, I think I've already done everything. I think I've exhausted every option to go more forward, but it's been a couple months since I've messed with the engine, so let's see. Maybe we can get lucky and get a little bit more forward. Let's find out together. All right, so I have kind of committed to the fact that we have got to move this engine up some. I'm a big person. This is a very small car. The main reasons I had to bring it back originally was because obviously the engine's too high. The bagged car laying on the ground is a giant pain in the ass anyway, let alone a car this small. Also, distributor carburetor was issues because they're so tall. I have found a low profile carburetor, which is gonna help a lot. So I'm popping this one off. We're gonna pop that guy out. And before we didn't have this low profile intake. This intake saved me like 3.5 inches, which was huge. So I think I can bring this whole thing up quite a bit, but unfortunately with it going up, it's gonna raise the engine. And like I said, I do not wanna scoop on this thing, but we're gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna trim some stuff. Now is the time to change it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we get any more in here with making the floor and stuff, I'm not gonna be able to change stuff. So now's the time to kind of start finding out if I can. I don't know if I can, but we're gonna damn sure try. So I'm going to probably just cut my transmission mount because it's tack welded in anyway, and then undo my motor mounts and just see how much I can go forward and see what we can get away with, really. I don't know if it's going to be much, but we're going to try. I might also have to trim a little more out of that for my valve cover, but I don't know. We're going to find out together. Yeah, it's going to be a giant pain in the ass. Also, the A-arms are very much in the way of this motor, so that's another giant pain in the ass. Let's see what happens. So, it always sucks going backwards on a project. It's never fun. Shit happens. The goal is to never have it happen, but sometimes, you know, stuff gets in the way. I have cut basically everything I can and unbolted everything I can, but unfortunately, my motor mounts, I just tack welded them in, but I tack welded them like down in there, and there's no way to get a cutter in there. I'm gonna have to plasma cut them out, which is a bit, I don't want to do it, but hey, it is what it is. I think what I'm gonna do, air up the car, put some blocks under the engine, and then once the engine is loose, air down the car a little bit, and then I'll be able to roll the car forward and leave the engine there. The goal is to not have to get the engine hoist out if I don't have to. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. We're gonna find out, but I gotta go in here and cut way too much shit. way more stuff than I want to, but there's just no way to get it loose. And then I have to cut the transmission cross member. Yeah, man, it really sucks going backwards, but man, shit happens. Sometimes you gotta do it. Also, I had a couple of people reach out and they said, hey, those front bars are really cool, but you should angle them away from the passengers, because if you get in a front end wreck, that bar will go right into them. And I'm gonna have a bar across the back, but I still like that idea, so I think I'll probably angle them maybe straight over to the corners. That'll be fine. I don't know if I'm gonna do that this video, but I listen when you guys talk. Not all of you, but some of you. Let's cut some shit. Holy crap, this took forever, but basically I got everything cut out. I also started trimming away at my cross member. I'm going to be plating that all up, basically kind of making my own. I think that'll save me a ton of space. Got the headers off, got the motor mounts off, all that shit. And tomorrow, my ass is dragging right now. This took forever, because naturally I cut way more than I needed to, but that's kind of what I wanted to do. Tomorrow, we'll get this old girl pushed way forward and hopefully see what we can do to make my big ass fit in this little bitty car. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
The next day.
Okay, I've taken a bunch of measurements and I think I can whittle this cross member down enough to get my motor way up here. But I obviously am gonna have to remake all this. You can't leave a cross member like this. This is the geometry of your front end and stuff. I also don't really want to cut any more out of this without bracing this up. This is like 1/4 inch plate down here. This is super heavy duty, but still, I don't want to get too cute with it. So I'm gonna put this super heavy duty thick wall 2x4 square tubing down here. I'm gonna cut this out, so we'll sit right underneath there, then we'll get a big giant weld all the way across it, tie it into the back too before we cut anything else. That'll make me feel better about it. And like I said, since I'm gonna be making this cross member back from scratch, this will be a really good start to it. And then once we get this in, we can cut this way down and see how far we can get our motor. Hopefully we can get our motor way up here. That would be awesome. And then we'll come in here and then make this all out of like 3/16 inch plate that I have. But first thing we need to do is get this guy all cut up. Let's mark it and cut it. All right, let's do that, see what happens. Check it out, we have whacked off a lot. That's what she said. Okay, we have cut a lot, sorry. Also, I don't know if you can see my breath. I got the door open because there was some grease behind some of those cuts and it just smoked the shop out. Currently, you've got a blizzard going on. That's fun. I think I got this cut enough. I got my plate welded in, super strong. Also put some gussets in just to hold it all together. Like I said before, I'm gonna be replating all this once I know my motor can fit. I think we're good. I'm gonna air up the car and try and push it back a little bit. I got the tail end up right now because I need to tweak the rear mount a little bit. But once it's down, I should have plenty of room. And there goes the heater. So let's see what happens. Gotta whittle just a little bit more. And then I think we're good, actually. That helps if you hook the ground up. Oh, it's getting better. Check this out. I got my trans mount put back and it's actually flipped. I had it the other way before so it would stick out less, if that makes sense. So basically it was another, I don't know, 2 inches forward. Check this out. I've moved it 10 inches from where it's at, and like I said, This was spun around the other way, so I believe it's a foot. I think I got this thing a foot forward, which is huge. Here is my firewall right here. These are basically where the firewall is. Firewall is gonna be right there. So I basically got this motor to the original location of where the other motor was. Granted, we have a giant, you know, transmission here and a giant motor, but I think I pulled it off. I'm so freaking excited. I'm gonna let the air down real quick. Can I do this one-handed? Nope. Wait, maybe. There we go. Let's let her lay out. I don't think I can get that trans mount any lower. I'm 99% sure. Oh, I'm gonna lose that wrench under the pan. Oh. I'm pretty sure she lays all the way on the ground. Yep. Fan's on the ground. Basically on the ground. Cool, man. Holy crap. That saved me so much room, especially when you consider a seat now. Oh, I can't wait to put these seats in. I still need to fix this. I knew this going forward. We were going to have to... Basically, this needs to match this angle now. So I can shave like an inch off of that so my seat will sit all the way back to there. But, yeah. Now, I can't run a stock motor mount. I'm gonna have to run a front mount. And then I think you also need to run a rear mount when you do a front. I'll have to read about it, but they make a cradle that bolts to these two up here and it goes underneath, and then I'll have a mount right here to the side. I'm pretty freaking happy. The only thing, I do not know that the hood's gonna fit because these are pretty high, which is gonna suck because I really, really want my hood to fit, but I don't know, let's see what happens. Let's throw the hood on there, see what happens. I've said all along I want to run a stock hood, but after seeing how much space that saved me, if we have to modify the hood a little bit, I will, because that is more important. To be able to actually get in the car and drive is pretty important, but I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's in the way. That's in the way. It don't look good. Don't look good for the hood anyway. It looks great for the engine being where it's at. Oh. Come on, baby, get lucky. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit, I got like 2 inches. Holy shit. I have so much room. Oh man, I'm so fucking happy right now. Oh dude, huge. Holy shit. And it's laying on the ground right now, so I know the motor is up as high as it can go. The hood fits. Oh dude, I have been worrying about this for a very long time. We had it up forward before and nothing was fitting. The engine was gonna be sticking out of the hood and all kinds of problems. Trimming that cross member down to essentially nothing. We're gonna have to do a bunch of work on that. We got it figured out. Holy shit. Dude, that is so freaking cool. Problems we're gonna run into. Headers, we're gonna have to make custom headers again. Water pump is gonna have to be a real low profile water pump. We need to go with a low profile distributor. We're gonna have to buy new motor mounts. We're gonna do a bunch of shit, but I mean, we should be able to actually fit in the car now. What I wanna do, I wanna throw the seats in real quick and then we'll call it a day. I have been cutting on this thing for like 8 hours a day the last 2 days. Let's throw one of these chairs in and see what happens. This is not gonna be graceful, so bear with me. We'll see what happens. Can I get it on that side? I thought it was too close to the wall, but maybe it's not. Okay. I'm leaving it in the plastic because I don't want to hurt it. Oh, these things are so light. I like that. Oh, I can already tell we're so much better off than we were. So, mounts will be right there after I make the mounts and stuff. That looks pretty damn good. Is it too tall, though? That's the question. It has some pretty damn tall risers on it that I don't need. Definitely too tall, but I mean, if the damn thing would sit upright, I can actually fit in this car. We are 100% gonna have to run a race seat though. This thing is way too tall. Dude, that is so much better than it was. Oh, I'm so excited. We're gonna order race seats though. We're gonna have to put these in something else. Well, hold on now. They got like 3-inch risers on them. Why do they have that? Maybe we can take these risers off. Let me see. Yeah, we might play with it. We might be able to make this work. There is literally this big of risers on it, which I don't need. Obviously, that's your seat track, but maybe we can get away with not doing that. Or we run a metal race seat. There's so much more room in here just from looking at it. We gotta order a bunch of parts, and I still have other work I need to do, obviously. But also, I called the drive shaft is at the drive shaft shop getting made right now. I called him like 4 hours ago. I was like, did you weld that yet? He said, no, and I said, don't touch it. I'm gonna add a foot to it probably. He goes, okay. All right, I'm going to bed. I am so fucking happy. Okay. Bad news, good news. Bad news is I took the tracks off those seats. It's only like an inch. It didn't matter at all. Those are not going to fit. No big deal. I got a metal seat coming, like a race seat. I've used those before in RATRODs. You basically build your own cushion so you can kind of make it whatever height you need. I think that'll work out just fine. Also, I got my front engine mount kit coming. I'm also going to do probably a rear, so it'll be front and rear. Because from what I've read, if you just have it at the very front and then at the very end of the bell or the very end of the transmission, sometimes it can crack and cause issues. No big deal. I got all that coming. Obviously, it's not going to be here by the time this video is ended. But I still have 10 million things that need done on this. So instead of worrying about the engine or doing any of that, I wanted to start doing brakes. You really shouldn't set up your brakes until you get your seat in. And then I was thinking maybe we'll start dealing with the steering. Shouldn't do the steering until the engine is exactly where it is because, you know, my steering knuckles might have to go past a header a half an inch or something. I'm not going to make all that and then have to rip it out. So we're just going to put a pin in all of this until parts show up, start working on the rear. What I do want to do is I want to get my airbags mounted. I want to get my battery tray mounted and then probably get the air compressors. And I want to do all that right there in front of the gas tank. So here's what I want to do. I want to get a piece of sheet metal put across the back here. It'll tie in that bar to that rear bar, which will also kind of close all this up. I'm going to be leaving a lot of this exposed, but I do want that closed up at the very least. And then I'll be able to put my compressors there, put the tank there, and, you know, maybe sneak the battery up on one of these sides. I don't know. I also might just put the battery here and make this bitch a single seater. I don't know yet. We'll get going on it and figure it out. But what I want to do first is get the piece of sheet metal in there. Then we can start figuring stuff out. I probably should go ahead and pull the tank out because it's going to be in my way. So let's do all that and cut some shit. All right. I had to make this in 2 pieces, which sucks because we need to roll some beads in it with our bead roller, and I can't do it the way I wanted to since it's in 2 pieces. So what I think I'm gonna do is maybe just do an X. X that starts here, X that starts, nope. Probably start there and there. There. Okay, let's bead roll some shit, baby. Oh, I just realized my headphone was right at the mic, so you might not have heard any of this. That's fun. Okay, see if we can't get this bead rolled and look good. And not like dog shit like the last time I did bead rolling. Don't get cocky, damn it. Now here's the problem when you cross. Sometimes it'll get a little wonky whenever it goes across there. So I gotta keep an eye on it. All right, here comes the bump. Oh, shit. Nope. Hey! Got a little wonky, but not too bad. Bada bing, baby. Check it out. That came out really nice. Super strong now. All right, we got to do it again. Oh, I'm getting cocky now. It's looking good. Oh, that's fucked up a little bit. As I was saying, I'm getting cocky. I've got a little wiggly. All right, ho, ho, ho. No. That's what I get for talking shit, though. I don't know why that heater isn't kicking on. I might have yelled at it too much. I can see my breath over here. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, fucker. Ah, we got a little wiggly on that one. That's okay, though. That's what I get for getting cocky. It's still okay, but we pulled it off the line a little bit there, but that's still okay. Sweet! Let's go install them. Check it out. That came out pretty good. I think I was gonna start mounting stuff. I think I'm gonna close these in while I'm in here, and that'll really stiffen all that up, and then we can mount stuff and I don't have to worry about it being too wiggly. So yeah, let's close these in real fast, and then we'll start mounting at least the air tanks. I don't know where I'm gonna put the battery just yet, but I want the air tanks and the compressors back here for sure. So yeah, let's do that. I am 100% leaving all this open. I love it. I'm gonna put sheet metal back there, obviously, but I just kind of like that whole vibe. Very race car-y. All right, let's get, the goal is to get the air tank right there, and then hopefully I have some room on the sides for the compressors. I don't know, maybe I could put the compressors up there if I had to. I got a little spot in the air I can make. I don't know, let's see. Damn! That works out great. I think I'm gonna wait to mount them just in case, you know, something changes. There shouldn't be anything that changes back here, but just in case. Cool. Damn, that looks great. I'm very happy. Ugh. I still have so much welding to do. All these are just tack welded. Ugh. I'm gonna spend a week welding on this thing whenever we get all our fabrication done. Ugh. I am gonna throw the gas tank back in here so we can see how it's gonna look, but that looks pretty bitchin' from here. Wow. Considering we got the motor moved a foot forward and I basically got the back kind of done, that's huge. I mean, holy shit. Granted, I'm handcuffed until I get a bunch of parts, but we got a lot of shit done. Let's put this tank in real fast. Cool. I might need to put a polished tank in there. It might be kind of cool to see both of them. I don't know. Maybe not. I have one of my tanks is powder coated down at the other shop. Oh, that looks great. What a fun little car, even though it's a giant pain in my ass. That is a really cool looking car. I know I say that on a lot of these cars, but I really, really like this one. Also, not only was moving the engine back or forward good for me, not having it so far back I can actually get in the car, it looks so much better with the hood off now. You can actually walk up to it and see the engine. I mean, this thing might just have to go hoodless for a while because that is so cool looking. Oh, very, very happy. Very, very happy. Oh, I love that stupid little thing. It's never fun, like, redoing work and going 5 steps backwards. But in a case like this, it was definitely worth it. I didn't think there was any way to get the engine more forward than it was. Thought about cutting the crossmember before, but I know it's just a giant pain in the ass whenever you go down that road. But obviously, it worked out pretty good for me. Very, very happy. Got a bunch of parts coming in so we can get it all mounted and stuff. And I'm really excited. Now, the bad thing is, I was probably like 2 days away from starting this thing, and we're way beyond that now, but that's okay. I think it'll be a lot better in the long run. Obviously, you know, I tried to get in it a couple times, and it was a giant pain in the butt, and hopefully we alleviated some of that. I actually was worried about going too far forward for a little bit because I wasn't thinking about my radiator and my fan and stuff, so it's actually perfect where it needs to be right now. The back looks great. It wasn't fun spending 3 days cutting it up, but hey, she looks good, and I really like when the hood's open now, you can actually see the engine. So if you like that, stay tuned for more. I got a bunch of really cool projects on the shop right now, so hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. For the coolest merchandise on the planet, go to Caseyscustoms.com. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you at the end of videos, and check out some of my other videos. Peace! I love you.